Welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy for this session on NY on the 26th of August 2025. We have our previous session successfully completed and the market is almost moving as planned, as expected. At the moment, what I'm looking at here, guys, is an entry. Is the most important part here. At the moment, we see the market following the plan, following the prediction. What we need, an entry from that important support level. Hello, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening where you are. So, what instrument you will be looking at first? We had few shortlisted early. I have shortlisted euro dollar and gold. So, let's keep both of them on the list. And gold and euro dollar. So you'll be looking at euro dollar first or gold first? Share your thought and opinion. Welcome. So if I see the majority of them on gold, we can first analyze gold and then go back to the euro dollar, or euro dollar first and then we can go back to the gold. Gold, so euro, yes, and euro. Crescito goals, anyone, anything else? Still 50-50. So I would appreciate if you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Okay. So some input coming. Welcome. Gold. So we got almost 70% gold. Anyone else? Tobacco, welcome. Okay, so let's begin with gold now. All right, gold. All right, cool. Now, already took a gold profit from the buy zone on gold 100 pips. Yes, this was an analysis was posted. You guys have seen that. You have seen that the analysis that was posted. Now, it's not only the analysis, also, let me bring that one here. You guys probably have seen that, but I would like to highlight that one here. So it's for education, right? So this was the analysis posted when the price was 3377 level. The analysis was posted for 336566 level, and the market exactly dropped to that level. Have you seen that? If you liked, smash the like button now. This is trading, right? You guys have seen the previous session we discussed, and this is what was predicted, and that's what I was talking about. That Gbpjpy second. Yep. Okay, so euro dollar, we will be keeping one currency pair on focus, either euro dollar or Gbpjpy. I would like to see who is on the more side on euro dollar or Gbpjpy beside gold. Okay, so here gold now, it's moving in a side way, but with a multiple liquidity gap. So here is the resistance on gold that you can see. The market is respecting that level. So this is the 30 minutes price action. where we can see the market from this support level. If you look at, pretty sharp bounce, and here how the market has created the structure early in this area that we have seen on gold. If you look at the daily, what do you see? That this is the daily market, where from this daily bullish candlestick pattern. So let's do that. First of all, analyzing the daily market structure, where from this daily support level, if you look at how the market is, it's like a staircase. If you closely look at, you can spot that staircase here. I think gold sell first and buy zone around 3361. Gold, there might be sell, okay, the possibility for gold sell, but will not be selling. If we want to buy, we want to see that gold sell. That's what we discussed also in our previous live session. So what we are looking at here is, first of all, identifying the major or the major flow in the market. That means which way the price is heading to. Once you can identify the major flow, then you need to identify to take a trade in that direction of the flow from the dip. So if it is a bull market, the market at the top will be waiting for the market to dip. That's what the proper area that you will be looking for. Now let's see that how the market structure is being built in this zone here. If you look at here, what do you see? This is the daily market structure, right? Starting from here, after this drop. Now you can see a bull market, a bullish candlestick pattern, followed by a smaller narrow daily candle. It crossed that low, another bullish engulfer, followed by narrow daily candle, another bullish candle. So it's like if you closely look at it, you can see that it's forming a potentially a staircase. So if you wanna, ride a height, you need a staircase. The market is creating a staircase, and this is from this bear market to a bull market. So you see that from the daily, so far it's confirmed to be a bullish market structure. That means it has created that bullish market structure already in both way. There are two identical factors that I consider when I am looking at There are two identical factors that I consider when I'm looking at either if a market is bullish or bearish. I hope that you guys getting that point here. So when we are looking at, we consider two identical factors here. One is the market structure, where if the market is forming series of higher high and higher low, which is bull market. In a bull market, we need to look for higher high, higher low. Second factor that we look at is 10 and 20 EMA, right? So the EMS are a great way to know the overall price in relation to the EMS. Now you can see that fast EMA is above now, slow EMA is below. That means the market momentum is higher. This is from the EMA perspective, it's a bull market. So it shifted on the daily time frame to be bull market. And also in both daily price action, we see that the market in both daily price action, the market has crossed the daily low. So in both directions, the market has crossed the daily low that we can see. Okay, so you can see the market has crossed the daily low, grab the liquidity, bounce back to the upside. And also you can see the market cross the daily low, cross back to the upside with a bullish impulsive momentum here. Now, therefore, as the market has built the bullish market structure on the daily that we can see, we only looking for buy in this market. This is where the high here, right? So you can see the market is maintaining this bullish market structure, creating series of higher high, higher low in both direction. So therefore, in that market, we only at the moment looking for buying, and this is where the support level, where there is a daily open and close in this area. So now for our perspective, we saw that previous session a 4-hour bear candle. This session the market so far tested this support and then rejected back again. We still have 2 more hours for this candle to be closed. We see that the price has crossed that high and potentially to come back below again. So some of the levels that we are looking at the moment is for buying from those areas here on gold. That being said, if we look at the 15 minutes here on the lower time frame, we can see the market to come back here to retest those support and then to revert back again to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. And this is where an important support level here, 2 critical important support, and that 2 support that we are expecting for the market to come back here or even breaking below any of this level to be broken and then to potentially buy from those areas here. Therefore, the lower time frame here, as we have seen in our previous session, we discussed that the market to potentially break that low here and then to return back again to the upside. This resistance, if you closely look at it, you can see whenever it's breaking to the upside, it's coming back to this support level. What I think still there is a potential for the market to come back again to this support level. From here, it is still not a very good area for buying. Instead, we can expect, this is the 1-hour price action, and after the previous hourly bullish candle, we can see the market again has created another bull candle, expecting this market to potentially come back here to support this level and then to revert back again to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. So from the lower time frame, we will be looking for bullish entry. Let's see that also the 1-hour support level here. This is the current session's low, and looking at from the 5 minutes perspective here, if we see that the market is coming to, if the price create a new higher high, the trend continues here, we will be waiting for break of this 1 hour low and for a possible entry for a short term move back to the upside here. So we'd like to see, first of all, a single move back to the upside from the 5 minutes that if we are looking at, and then to trade for another possible move. Now 5 minutes, if we look at trend, so the ATR on the 5 minutes is 20 pip in that area. So here is we can see the market in this area where there is a, if you look at closely, you can see it's a support level. And in this support level, 30 pip stop loss, if we place a potential buy limit in that area, we can look for, first of all, we would like to see the market first created a higher high, and then to revert back again below for another retest, and then to revert back again to the upside in this market. There is a significant break to the upside here, and from the 4 hour we can see the market has made a big break to the upside here in this market. And with this breakout from this support level, would like to see the price is coming back here for deeper pullback, and then to return back again to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. I hope that you guys enjoying the live session that we are doing every day to help the community. If you are enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also let us know what's your thought on gold, which way you think that the market is going to create a new higher high here, or it's coming back again to this long-term support level. This is a very important key level of support. Now here where the market at the resistance line, the price could potentially continue to trend, or we might see the price to break that low here. The possibility for another wave of drop also is higher. That's why we will be looking for entry once the market manage to drop back below in that area. Yeah, so slowly it's trying to build that pressure back below. So you can see there is a long wick candle in that area. And that long wick candle, what you can see from this high, potentially to come back here to this support level. So you can see a 5 minutes bear candle, expecting the market to break that low and then to cross that support, potentially to trend back again to the major direction. Yeah, back to back 2 long week dodgy formation here in that area. And with these 2 dodges here, this is 1 hour here. Any break below here, the possibility to create a new higher high is less, as we see still this market has not fully gained a full momentum for a breakout. Instead, this structure that you can see here is still moving in a sideways, though we see that some bullish bias. What you could see that the market has completely broken below here for a clear false breakdown and then to trend back up to the major direction of the trend. And this is the daily support here, today's support, and also the daily low, and expecting for the market to drop here is less likely. Instead, this support is what we need to look at for today for a potential entry, as from the 4 hour as well, this is the current support level. We have seen in our previous session that we discussed the market to come back here to this support level and then to revert back again. We see the market has tested that level, and we are looking at in that area to test that zone, potentially come back here, break that low, and then to return again back to the upside. While we can see that euro dollar, as we discussed, just tested the resistance line here and slowly building the pressure back below from the daily. Euro dollar also showing that bearish price action in this area here. There's a resistance line here on euro dollar where there is a liquidity grab and form a bearish narrow red candle in this area. We see there is a double top formation. With this double top creation here on euro dollar, we can see with this double top the market has possibly to revert back again to the major direction of the trend, and looking for the market on euro dollar, what I think the price to possibly retest and then to reject back again to the major direction of the trend. So from the 4-hour as well, we can see the price is almost nearly to the candle close, and this is the previous sessions zone where there was a stronger liquidity grab in this area on euro dollar. Here is a support level that you can see on euro dollar, which is a key level of support, expecting the market to trend back down here in this area. So we might be able to find a potential entry on euro dollar if you want to look at while you are watching the gold price action as well. So here's the move here on euro dollar, which is 5 pip ATR on the 5-minute chart, and where you can see euro dollar potentially to test that level. Here is the 4-hour that you can see, which is the prices crossed that high, and this is the 5-minute chart on euro dollar, and what I think the price potentially to have an entry possibly. 4-hour chart here on euro dollar. From this support level we have seen in the past, there was a break below. This is the daily move so far, and we might be able to find an entry on euro dollar. Just I'm looking at in that area for a possible positioning as So if you enter based on the 5-minute chart, we're nearly to 5 pip ATR. Okay guys, so we will be opening sell on euro dollar, which will be entry by market, keeping stop loss above this high here at 1.16667, and we will be targeting to this order block, which is 2-to-1 reward to risk trade, so which is pretty good risk reward. As the candle close coming on the 4-hour, expecting a downside here on euro dollar. So the entry at 1.1653, and stop loss at 1.16667. Must be risk managed. So I'm short on euro dollar here. So expecting a downside here. So we are sell on euro dollar. TP target at 1.1624. If you are with me with this trade, say yes in the live chat. And I would appreciate if you like this stream, guys. If you're enjoying the live session, make sure don't miss out to like this stream, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. I think gold will go back to 3358. There could be downside, and that's what we are waiting. London high being swept, gold might go down. We might see. So I'm not buying gold from that level definitely at the moment. Gbpusd go down. So euro dollar and Gbpusd both almost move in the same direction. So euro dollar we are short, so Gbpusd should be in the same direction here. So if you look at Gbpusd, the same, but euro dollar looks at the daily high. So today's London session's high. So expecting euro dollar to potentially trend back down below. So we're waiting to see for the market to show up its hand. In the meantime, guys, You can join the Telegram. You can find link in the live chat, where also I'm sharing the regular updates, also sometimes free signals to help the members to learn and grow as a trader. So don't miss out that chance that you can learn and grow as a trader with me, with all the education that I'm posting. So you see that we are up with this trade, couple of pips, 3 to 4 pip, and would like to see that coming back below. So also I'll be discussing in depth education, understanding for this trade. First, let's secure some of the pips here. Now, in the previous session also we discussed about the euro dollar, and this was my plan I have shared in our previous live session. So don't miss out any live, guys. Here I do share everything, why I'm opening the trade and what is the next session. Now, this euro dollar I was following up since the last live session for the market to reach that daily high. Now from this level, anything can have, the market is still could go back up. We have very tight stop loss here, only 13 pip stop loss. But if the market, what we are expecting here on the 4-hour close for the price to potentially turn back below, as we can see the price on a key level of resistance with a bigger bounce that we can see on euro dollar. And that's what the goal here is, to see the market is trending here, breaking below to the major direction of the trend. And this is where the support level that we're expecting for the market to potentially test, and then to return back again to the upside to create a new higher high. And at the moment we can see a possible rejection that expecting euro dollar to drop to the daily low, as the market has tested the daily high. This is the daily low here, to possibly come back below, or at least to the daily support, where you will be taking out of the trade as soon as we see the market has reached where you are expecting. So euro dollar trade on, while also we are looking at gold for a potential entry as soon as we can see the market has shown that pattern. So from the 30 minutes we can see this is 30 minutes price action, where there is a sharp bounce, drop back below, again bounce, expecting it to trend back down. And the possibility for gold to drop below to 3367 is still there, the market to drop back below. So this is not the zone that I will be looking for buy on gold while we are on euro dollar trade running in, and from the daily high. So the market has started to shift back below. If you guys are with this trade, so the most important part, as we discussed, is the risk management. And also, if you are enjoying the live session, then don't miss out to like this stream. You see the market, in fact, having some downside as expected. Do you enjoy the live session? Say yes if you're enjoying, or if you enjoy. Now, euro dollar started to shift that trend direction from the high to the support level. Thank you. Brilliant. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Like to catch this move back below here. So I'm looking at the 5 minutes on euro dollar to see a little more clearer picture. Okay, so we'd like to see it's breaking below, and if the market got rejected from here, we could see the price to possibly come back to this order block directly to this support level. Here is where you can see the market from this high on euro dollar, waiting to see that the price to break that support level here. While gold we are looking at in a zone, this is 30 minutes price action on gold, back to back 2 red candle, and want to see that it's managed to break completely back below here. And if it drop back below, break this support completely, that could lead the price back further below before it take off to the upside here. Okay, so the market slowly break that low here, which is expecting. Okay, so here, 30 minutes perspective, if you look at the resistance here, what do you see? That the market crossed that high and slowly building the pressure back below. What do you want to see for an entry on gold is for the price to this support. So this is the level that I'm looking at on gold. So we are set on gold because this is the daily support level. While we are looking at euro dollar is that as we are on the trade, once the market will break the support, we can keep that running. And I think it's possible for us to even take the full profit. But if we see that strongly dropping, we can take that full 28 pip. As for our close coming on euro dollar, which is closing as a long week candlestick pattern, we might see some pullback to the upside. So therefore, expecting that here the market to show up a better price action for downside move in this area. I hope you guys enjoying that. Let me know if you have any question. Where's the move? Yep. So both of this instrument currently on list, and euro dollar will not be adding any position as we are running. We'd like to take the profit first on this one. And this is consecutive win. As you have seen, we had in this live session quite a few wins, which is in a row. That's what we aim for. In the past session, we didn't open any trade is because of that, as we want to keep that high win rate on. Even if you have a comparatively less trade, you don't need 10 trades in a day. You didn't need 2 trades, 1 trade, 3 trades in a day. Some people even have less, much less. It's not the number of trades, it's the quality of the trade, right? I think you 100% agree with me. That's what needed as a trader, to keep high quality and then replicate the system over and over again. Repetition is, gold is in fact coming down below. Repetition is very important in trading, though it's boring, but that's where the secret is. Yes, absolutely. That's really good comment. I like that. Most people can understand why looking at candlestick pattern hours can be such fun. Yes, because look at the star, okay? All day long, you'll see. Look at the bigger picture. Look at 5 years time where you'll go. Imagination is key. Always think yourself that once you are a successful trader, what are you gonna gain? Where are you gonna go? Right? Rather than the things that you don't like, you can do the things that you like, right? Trading is not difficult. Trading is easy. That I'm showing you guys over and over again. The only thing that you need a mindset and willingness to progress when it is hard. Okay, so that's why I keep also all the options open in the academy. Anyone wants to follow my trade, I give it to the open, because that's how you can keep going, keep learning. That's what we need, right? Welcome. Here, euro dollar, we can see the market trend bearish. Gold is also following the same pattern as expected. Let's wait for the market to show up that in this area. My goal is to become an independent from having a day job. That's a very, very reasonable, valid, and achievable goal. And also become before you. Okay, so there is a, miseducation, misunderstanding about everything here. You need to connect the dot backward. Keep in mind, guys. Okay, always be first, then do later. Okay, so there are two things. One is being and doing. Okay, so you have to do from the place of being. Doing is Newtonian. Being is quantum. So you have to do from the place of being. Who is doing will determine the results. So that's why being is more important than doing. So how do you become? Okay, being is more important. How do you become? First you need to become, and then you can do. This is what we discuss here. Okay, gold might give us a potential entry opportunity, right? From the intraday, it's crossing that 4-hour low here, possibly coming back below, which is approaching a very important zone here on the 30 minutes. And candle close on the 1-hour chart. Euro dollar keep pushing back down here. So 1 hour closed on euro dollar, and I'm still holding on to that. Still probability for euro dollar to push back down to the daily low. While gold is showing possible drop back below to this level here. From the lower time frame here on Xauusd, it has created a bearish drop here, expecting further downside, breaking that low here. That's where we will be able to see possible better entry. While we see the euro dollar is showing downside, expecting to drop back below further, running on euro dollar trade. As I mentioned earlier, quality is more important than quantity, expecting it to break below further to secure the trade is the goal here. Euro dollar running trade on this one here, and it's keep pushing down. Would like to see further drop. Also, there will be full education of the trade that running in. First, let's secure the profit, and then I will be going in depth of this trade, why I have opened, what is the reason behind the trade, so that you guys can see that trade, can understand it, and can implement in your trading day to day. So I'm running 13 pip profit on this trade, and I'm taking that profit right now. I have closed euro dollar trade with profit. Now 13 pip we have secured because it might revisit that area or it might not, as there is a cross of 10 and 20 EMA. So we will be re-entering if needed adjusted. So I have secured the profit in that trade. We'll be discussing in depth understanding. Keep pushing back down, and while we are also observing the gold, so euro dollar secured profit, 13 pip. Probably you guys have better pip, more pip, but that's okay. We are in a very high win rate. You guys every day seeing the live session with me. It's a live with all of you together, and we are trading every single day. Give me a feedback, guys, in the live chat. How have you gone with this trade? And if you enjoyed the trade, make sure you like this stream, smash it, and also hit the subscribe button. Let's look at more trading opportunity in this session here. We are looking for, if you look at 15 minutes here on gold and also the 30 minutes. Welcome. We see there is a move happening. Thoughts are, yep, my goal is to become welcome. Welcome. Dollar yen. Now we have secured the euro dollar, and now on gold we can see the market is still showing that pattern. You can see this is a potential preparation on gold for a move. Now if you look at here, what do you see? That a move up, down, and then move up, and again it's coming down. So this move, what we are seeing, the market is creating an extended triangular pattern. This kind of shape we more often see in the market. So what you could see that in this market is for the price to break that low here and then to revert back again to the upside. Now if you look at the 30 minutes price action on gold is 3367 level in the past, respected, rejected. There are two long wick candles in this area on gold, and these two long wick candles that you can see possibly to come back here, test that, and then to revert again to the upside. So the possibility for gold to break that low is high, is very high. So this is what we are looking at the moment, is the market to fill that zone. It's a fair value gap, and once it managed to fill that zone here, extended below, created a false breakdown, that is where the high probability entry. Now for a bigger entry, for example, from this level, in what situation we can take a trade and take a bigger profit, such as 5 times, 6 times, 3 times profit? How? I'm explaining you guys now. You can take the note, and that's, you will see that it works. Most of the market moves in that way. Now in these two move, I have not entered the trade. Let me explain why, in what situation we'll be entering, and it's gonna go a lot. Let me explain. You see that here there was a rejection here, right, from this support level. How the rejection happened? With a big long wick, right? And the market moved, but it returned again back to that support. And what do you see? That another long wick. Because it's leaving those long wicks, it's an imbalance. Most likely the market will come back to fill that imbalance, and this is what you can see at the moment. So in what situation it's a good buy? Not good buy. Good buy for this market is when you see that, like that, a red candle close back below. You see that candle close philosophy? Then what you need to see, a consolidation, a false breakdown, and then the market prepared to move. That's where big move starts. Order block, liquidity grab, and then you see the market will go like that. But when the market is forming this kind of long wick, they tend to come back again. This is observation, as I mentioned many times, that the true knowledge is observational. You can learn from books, courses, but the real understanding that you'll find is when you observe the market. That's why I highly encourage you to watch the live session. And you know, observe the market, you see the actual picture, because this is what the market, this is how the market moves all the time. It's a pattern in the market. Okay, so when you understand the pattern, you can recognize the object, because everything is in fact a pattern. Everything in this universe is a pattern. Okay, the shape, the form is a pattern, right? Solid is a pattern. It's a pattern of the invisible. So that's what you can see in that area. Now, what you can see slowly, the price, this 30-minute candle most likely to break that low in that direction. And that's where we'll find that entry opportunity to the upside. All right, let's wait to see the market to bring that, to move that level, and then to revert again back to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. Gold might have opportunity, yes, absolutely. Okay, so the 4-hour close. This is the 4-hour candle, which is potentially be closing as a possibility to be closed as a doji. And that doji, that if we look at here, if it is closing as a doji, most likely you'll see that the market to again revert back below. Now, before this 4-hour candle close, if the market coming to that support that we are looking at, 3367, we most likely be able to again find a possible buy opportunity. But this 30 minutes candle so far that you can see is, you'll see the market to potentially break that low here. It's not being able to break that new higher high in that area. Now, how the candle closing is also absolutely important in that area that we are looking at. So lower time frame price action here in this area, if we look at from this high, it's slowly trying to build the pressure back below. This is what we need, the market to come back to fill that zone before the 4-hour close here. And we see that back-to-back 3 bearish candlestick pattern formation. Okay, so here is the market slowly moving to the direction that we looked at on Xauusd, and here is the 1 hour price action on gold, and it's respecting this support level here, which is pretty sharp area. From that support, expecting the market to test that low and then to reject back again to the upside, which is an important support level on gold. Gbpjpy, let's keep on the list. We are out with the euro dollar with profit. Let's look at on GJ. Gbpjpy, if you look at here, we can see the market in this area, there is a double bottom here. Okay, so with this double bottom on GJ, which is in fact big move pullback, the market in this area could be that. What I think that it's, you can see it's little in a consolidation in a narrow area, which may break to the upside and then could drop back down again. So Gbpjpy from the bigger picture perspective and the smaller picture is not trending at the moment. And from the weekly, what I think, if you look at very lower time frame on the 15 minutes, we can see some local bullish trend. So the trend on GJ is not as expected, not a very stronger trend, which is maybe breaking back to the upside here. So if you look at, you can see a resistance could be breaking to the upside and then to rebut again back below. So that could be the situation with GJ. While you see that we were trading on the euro dollar, I'm coming back to the euro dollar, as with the euro dollar is in fact currently in a trend. So this market is trending. So you are keeping on this one. GJ currently in a sideways movement. And if you have any running trade, then you can do accordingly. But for the new trade, I will be waiting for Gbpjpy. That's why I didn't keep in my watch list today. It's need to break out and then show us a trend. While you're looking at also gold, slowly dropping to that support level on the 15 minutes. You might find a trade on gold, but you need to be patient to enter into that. Now this is the current level of resistance, where from this resistance the market has got that rejection back below 4-hour candle closing, with also a potential doji here. And so from the 5 minutes, you can see that it's a breakdown, pullback, another potential breakdown here possible to come back below and then to test that support. Which is from this resistance, expecting it to break below here to this support level. Waiting for the market to potentially trend and then to return back again to the support level here, which is an important level. And euro dollar is still moving in that direction. So let's also a little bit focus on the education on euro dollar. Do you guys ready for learning now the trade that you have secured on euro dollar? What is the reason behind the trade? Say yes in the live chat if you want to know more about the trade. And also, while we are looking at gold, still there is a possibility for an entry on gold, as 4-hour candle close coming in few minutes, in 30 minutes time, and that candle could bring the price back below here. And we are ready. Welcome. Okay, cool. All right, so let's understand here on euro dollar, guys. Look at the 1 hour. Cool, that's good. Now looking at the 1 hour price action, what do you see? That this is the daily low here that you can see early. So the market dropped to that daily support, and And from this daily support, what we have seen that the market strongly rejected back again to the daily top. So this is, if you look at, this is almost nearly to 2 ATR or even more, nearly to 2 ATR or more candle, right? This green candle. And that ATR candle, later the market from this ATR candle drop back to this daily support, right? And if you guys looked at the London session live, we discussed the price was here in that time. So what I discussed, that the market, if it goes back to the high, to the daily top, not only going to the daily top, but also in a specific way that I want to see the market is going. Also, you want to see the market is going, not only me, also you all are the same, looking at the same chart. Now, this move has to be in a certain way. That's why if the market is here, you know, I more often get questioned that, okay, the price is here, should we sell at this level? The answer is neutral. We don't know. Either we will be selling or we will not be selling until the market shows that way the price has reached that level where we can sell. And that's where the key here to look at that, okay, the market has reached that level without proper pullback. We discussed that yesterday, right? And the market reached that level without a pullback to the daily high. And that is the entry to the direction of the trend, because this is also, if you look at here, this is the Powell's speech that on Friday that has in fact broken out of the structure and then started to trend again. And also I have posted analysis on TradingView. For those who are following me on TradingView, you should be able to see that analysis on euro dollar, and this is what I have discussed in that. If you look at exactly that level that we have entered, few pip this way and that way. Okay, so this is the analysis that, okay, multiple liquidity possible buys. Okay, so that's where we are looking at. We have placed that area. Now, what we can see currently in this area, the market to, if you look at here, you can see this is the 15 minutes price action where back-to-back two candlestick pattern formation, expecting it to rebut again back below here. So you could see that exactly same trend continuation in that market to the downside here. Now, what you can see here on gold, in the same way, before the 4-hour close, the price is trying to again push back to the upside here. Going back to the 4-hour, and on gold, gold creating price action in a way that it still can remain bullish depending on how the 4-hour closing. The next 30 minutes candle is very important. Okay, so this 4-hour candle, as I mentioned, how this candle closing is important. If we see that very long, narrow doji on the 4-hour, then might mean the market to break again below here for another liquidity gap. As you can see, the market slowly moving to the major trend in the 4-hour that you can see, and the patience is key. When you are opening position, you have to be very, very patient in terms of the entry. Now here is gold again. We can see that pushing back to the upside, and that push back to the upside is potentially bullish impulse to the upside here for another move. Now, if you look at the calendar for long-term picture, so tomorrow, as of today, there wasn't news, but tomorrow, that means tonight coming CAD, and tomorrow AUD CPI, followed by tomorrow coming up So on 28, that means that after tomorrow. Preliminary GDP, unemployment claims. So slowly the market is trying to prepare for those news. So before the news also the market moves a lot, as you know that. So the price slowly, this sideways movement is a preparation for a potential break to the upside. What I think that here the market do, if you look at here, is one single breakout like this is moving in a sideways, and anytime the market getting overextended from here, we could see the price to drop again to this baseline. So that could be the potentially move here. At the moment, the only area that we will be looking at is the daily 4-hour support level, which is reliable support. And once we see those market, the price in those areas, we will be looking into that entry. Yep, welcome. Good evening. Looks bullish again. Gold, yes. Looks bullish again, but still it's not fully bullish. That means still the market is not going with a bigger trend here in this market. Here is a support level. I've deleted all those lines here, and in those support level here that you can see, this is another support, this is a resistance line here, and with this support level here, from that zone, as the 4-hour candle close coming, looking forward to see this candle closing, and then depending on how the candle closing will determine the potential next move here. Daily price action on gold that you can see so far today. From the daily, you can see 10 and 20 MA crossed over, and then it bounced today. Early there was a big move during the Asian session, and with this move the market has prepared for potential upside here. And as this is where bullish move with a, if you look at this is a reference candle. This is also nearly to 280-hour candle. Okay, so with this reference bull candle from the 4-hour, you look at where the price potentially to what I think going up, extend, and then to come back to retest that support. So far, still we have 18 minutes for this candle to close, and this consolidation that we can see inside from that consolidation is not a buy area, because we want to see that the market extended in one direction like this one here, okay, from the consolidation. And you'll see that these are the big best buys when the market deviate from those consolidation. With 4-hour close, still the market possible to break again for deeper liquidity gap then to trend, or we could see that trend continuation. But for us to enter 3367, for me to break below, that's where the best entry is. It's still on a range, okay? Gold is still on a range. It didn't break that range yet. And if you look at here, you can see it's respecting this support and resistance. And because it's still on a range, it's gonna break in one direction. And there's a bullish impulse. If this range breaks in this direction, chances for breakout is high. But without breaking below, it is still could continue to rise. In that case, breaking that high, very highly likely will come back again to test that support level. So if it breaks the range here, it might go back high, overextend, come back, and then to trend like that. But if from this range, if it drops down, also it's a good area to buy after become overextended below, and then to trend again. Not getting very strong fuel by the bulls for here, for a big move back to the upside here. And there's a move back to the upside here. Yes, it's still in a range here in this market, while euro dollar has got break again back to the upside here, and the candle close on euro dollar. So euro dollar may retest. We could see that again, another potential break later on euro dollar. Gold in a very crucial level. If you look at here, this is a significant resistance in the past, and the 15 minutes here bounce back to the upside. Now in the next 10 minutes, how the market structure is building will be determinant for potential move in this market. Having that break below here on the 4 hour, that you can see the market. If you look at here, you can see it's breaking below again, and that's a potentially significant move. As we discussed that range on the 4 hour, depending on how this candle closing, we'll see that the market, how it is creating the structure here in that area. And from the 1 hour, if we look at, we can see that back-to-back 3 candle from here getting that rejection. If you look at the 30 minutes, you can see that it is creating a pin bar. So far, it's still not closed. We still have 10 minutes to go. With quite a few long week candle here, and with a massive bearish candle formation here on gold, we see the price slowly trying to build the pressure back to the upside here with pretty sharp here, a semicircular. This is a very funny structure here, which is sometimes I called a fish pattern. So let's form a fish pattern here. Okay, now it's in a range, in another word. Okay, so because it's in a range, the only possible way we can trade this market is by waiting for the market to break from that range. And because the pole here, it's a bullish pole, right? So back to back 2. One is here, big pole, range broken below another pole. So the same analogy could be applied here. We might see a potential trend line connecting to this level here. So that could be the potential range here. So from that range, possibility to break below and then to revert again back to the upside. That's where will be the best entry for us to see the market has broken back below. And so got rejected back to the upside here. And from this support level that we can see, in the last moment we can see the market showing in a range, but is still showing series of higher low and also respecting that resistance, so which is at the moment in that area we have to wait for the breakout and then we can look for that entry opportunity in this market. As we have another successful session, the second session, we see that on euro dollar we had successful trade after yesterday's one. In my trading, the most important part here is to win. Okay, we keep maintaining that high win rate that almost every day. As you guys have seen that every day we are trading in this live session to trade the best instrument in the best way possible. I'm coming on live twice every day except Thursday once only on NY session only. Other 4 days coming on both London and NY session to trade the market best way possible. Thank you for joining this live session today. I'm almost nearly to the